Hello everybody, welcome to the Thaumaturge. I had a whole 2-hour recording, about 2 hours and 45 minutes, of starting out in this game, playing through the first chapter, and I lost all of that because none of the audio was captured. I feel like an idiot, but for the sake of transparency and for the sake of getting everything done properly, I'm gonna start a new game. I'm gonna speedrun through this first chapter and get to where I was. So hopefully it doesn't take 2 hours and 45 minutes of recording again with no audio. I've tested everything. Everything should be fine. We'll see what's going on. I'm gonna just create a new game. I'm erasing all of my previous progress. For now, I'm gonna skip the cutscenes. If it comes to the cutscenes themselves, unfortunately, we're gonna miss these. We're gonna skip some dialogue as well. The message, I remember I played a trick on him. Beautiful. I want to send greetings to my sister. I do apologize. This is very, very quick. I want to get straight into the gameplay just so that it's done. So WASD to move. That's easy. We can right click. Gives us a little bit of a snap our sight. We can read these. I did a whole thing where I read through these letters, every single one that I found. It was so beautiful, but yeah, I'm just going to do this, so feel free to stop the recording in order to read those. There's nothing else here, I believe. I'm going to head over outside. Some more explanations. There's nothing over this side. I'm going to run straight through here. There is another paper here, the newspaper. To go over to this guy. I'm gonna skip through. So first thing that I want to do is I want to ask him if there's a healer. There we go. Gives us that information and we move. When it comes to the village, I won't skip the cutscenes. That I won't do. Just wanted to get out of that train station really quick.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
And the preacher, of course, would be Rasputin, who we're gonna meet now. Okay, so there's a couple of things here. Can check everything. This one, want to examine it. It's going to give us a little card here. I even read through each and every single one of these cards. So yeah, this is just a protective charm. It's made of strings, sticks, and figures. It's supposed to protect the residents from influence of evil powers. So this is observations. And you use insight in order to do it. So the right click gives us that insight check. Here's another one that I read. This is very, very political. Just gonna run through a little bit. Everything is still blocked off. And our first fight commences.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Keep in mind they swear in this game as well.
Boots. Are they warm?
Alright. Now, we've got a floor. Floors are basically what control your actions or your abilities, so to speak. And we start off with a floor of pride, so we can be prideful and show no fear. I did this. This causes a fight, but it's very useful.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. I got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your Znami. We are the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Yep. And fighting. Okay, so I mentioned previously this I really like. I like the fact that in their tutorials they have like a little highlight and zoom in to show you exactly where everything is. My health point, bottom left. Their health points, bottom right. We'll start this off, and we've got action cards, as you can see here. What I'm going to start off with is just a simple quick attack. There we go. You can see it removing some health there. Gonna do a planned attack this time. There we go. So the reason why he was able to attack first is because of the action queue. So very, very simple, very easy to understand. The skill speed. So this length determines how long it's going to take for him to do his next action. If I choose one of these, you can see it kind of hovering over there. So you can see it's here, I'll attack first. Over here, he's going to attack first. So I think what I'm going to start off with is a planned attack. He's in any case going to get a hit on me. So might as well. And there I go. Okay, and now I just need a short attack.
There's the Ruskies,
Get myself
right.
a Thaumaturge point.
They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Yes. Okay, there we go. So this looker guy gets important a little bit later, but if I press O, and you can see my bottom right hand corner of my screen here. Also right click is perception, sorry, I thought it was insight. But yeah, if you go down there, this is how we start upgrading our abilities, right? So Thaumaturge. I started off with word. Word, you know, you get these different dimensions. Heart, mind, deed, and word. Very, very interesting. We're going to see this in action once we speak to Rasputin. But I like this 50% chance of interrupting an enemy's planned action, so I'm going to develop that, just like I did previously. We get skill upgrades every time we do this. So now we actually take that upgrade and we apply it to one of our skills. I want to set up a skill there. Actually, I'm going to put it on my long... No, I'm going to put it on the short attack. It's better to have that 50%. That delays sometimes. We can pet the dog.
Good boy.
Always a good idea. Always pet the dogs in games. Never hurt the dogs. Okay, got a little document over here. News from Yerevan. We can check here for any details. Nothing. Yeah, I don't believe there's anything until we speak to Rasputin over here. There we go.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Alright, so I had a whole spiel here about the history of Rasputin and what he was able to do, how he had tons of different women, how he was, you know, the lover of the Russian queen, ended up in her death. It's a whole very interesting story, very, very fascinating individual here in history. At the start, when I first launched the game, there was a disclaimer that anybody depicted in any historical fashion back when ideals were accepted, even though they're not accepted in today's standards. That's a little warning straight off the bat. So you'll see some offensive remarks based on people of different, you know, origins, so on and so forth, especially Russian origins. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. Had a whole spiel about the Rasputin. Check out his history if you want to know what they are referencing here, but this is altered history. Okay. So I said that I wanted to see it for myself.
I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Yes. Okay, so here I said I was from Warsaw. He went on a whole spiel about Poland.
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From what?
Oh, I'll tap to double check if everything was still recording, and then that happened.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Okay. Cool. So instead of admitting I'm not at the height of my powers, I went with
What would you
accepting
like
the
me to
challenge.
do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Okay. So this was regards to the prayer beads. I remarked that this was a little bit of gross, yeah. Basically, traces are what you pick up with specific individuals. You get these different icons, so if you have a full icon, you know exactly that you are certain this is from a specific individual. If it's a not filled in person icon with a question mark in the head, it's an uncertain thing. It's like you might have gotten into contact with them, but you're still unsure. And then a pure question mark is just in general, you know, you don't know what this is, but this could be important. So a little bit of additional information on conclusions. This is what is made. So you get the trace, you make a conclusion, basically.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Okay. Now I'm going to run around the tavern. I know, of course, the first thing, you know, observations, information that require about interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions. A valuable source of knowledge. Went through that. Perception and objects. So this is where the perception kicks in, and these are the different types of traces. As I said, unknown, familiar, certain, and traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
Okay, so the first thing is this bowl over here.
Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering within Rasputin.
And I was laughing at this quote because the hobbling cunt is just a hilarious thing for a priest to call something. So that was that. The next thing would be the book. This was to do with his passions. Dimension Force too low deed, so that we can't say exactly what happened there, but this is to do with, you know, his sexual interactions with a lady. We have this over here, which we don't have any certainty on because of mind being low. The trace is unknown. And I believe there is one more somewhere around here. Was that everything? No, that is everything. Okay. So now we're just gonna go tell him what we know. I'm gonna go through as I did previously.
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
You didn't like your breakfast, buckwheat with venison fat. You cursed the person who prepared it. You called her a hobbling cunt, correct?
Have a seat.
This is another thing. Rasputin will remember this, so... Actions have consequences in this game.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Okay. Here, I asked him about the lady in waiting from Petersburg.
I can't
I'll
help
do
but
that.
ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful. I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day.
Okay, so in the start of the game, there was this ghostly mirage that pops up, right? And that's Uber. I skipped the intro cutscene. I probably shouldn't have, but that's the reason why. So it was like faded to there, but not there. That's a salutor. So the salutor are the spirits that attach to a specific individual's flaw, and they cause certain things to happen. Uber can actually fight. So this initial chapter, so to speak, it starts off with regaining my connection as a Thaumaturge to Uber, right? And then it moves into identifying a second salutor that's causing issues in the village. So that's just that context.
If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
All right. Now we get to things like manipulation. So some of these proud answers, right? It draws from your Floor of Pride's level, but will also feed it even more. So it upgrades the level of my pride floor, okay, when I use these types of responses. This applies to each and every single floor. You can swap them out at a certain point. But, yeah, in this case, this counts as manipulation as well when it comes to these things. So
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
and now the dream sequence starts.
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Okay, so this is Uper. This ghostly
I
form.
need to get out of here.
There we go. Before I approach him, so that's Uper. He's the skeleton guy. He's got a cane.
What is this sound? Shackles?
Okay, so in the background, I hope you guys can hear it. There's like shackles clinging. That gets important later.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
That was my father. Mi padre. But this is now when we get a quick glimpse of this flaw that is causing an issue on this
Do
town.
you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
This guy's Uber. And now we've reconnected.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out.
Okay,
It's so good to see you again.
this is Uber.
And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutar, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Okay. So notice one thing about the people in this town. Okay? They are hostile. They are negative. They're very irritable. They're very irritated. They are being urged to be negative most of the time. So at this point, you know, I notice the bottom right corner, so I press G to open up my, my conclusions and such. Lots of details. You can always go back and check this out. But move through. So there's information on what are salutors, what are flaws, my grimoire. We've got different salutors. Here's the history on Uper. Okay. Here's some history on Paimon, which is the word. Okay. We go over here, characters, and we can check out who's Rasputin. Okay. So as we go along in the game, we can find out all of that information. Next thing, we got another Thaumaturge point. I believe I went straight to I went to thought. Yeah, relaxation restores your focus. So I'm going to just develop that as well. Restores focus. I'm going to start off with my planned attack restoring my focus, because as you get attacked while you're doing a planned attack, you lose what is called focus, and you don't want to go into a breakdown state, because then what happens is you can actually just go down very, very easily. Person can do an ultimate attack and then you'll be in trouble. Okay, we've got multiple objectives now, but there's other stuff in the village that we can check out. So first things first is Vesna, this person over here.
They'll
all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
Okay, now we've learned a new trace. Vesna. There we go. Distinct trace on it. Now, there's a few more things, I believe. Anything this way? No. Okay, so we can do the goose now, but I'm gonna get up here first. So Vesna lives over here.
Am I sensing?
There we go. It's a wooden box. Trace is unknown. We'll be able to discover the trace shortly. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure, you know, worst case. Oh, okay. See these sparkles that are forming? That's a hint as to some more information. Now we can come here, zooms in on it, and we can examine it. This shards trace certain Vesna. Got some more details there. At this point, I remarked on the incredible design of the verbiage, right? All of the storytelling through the text is just absolutely beautiful, okay? If I draw a conclusion, in this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. Okay. If we knock on this door, we get to have another fight, and I'm gonna do it because this gives us some more experience.
To talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Okay. Fisticuffs. We can adjust our upgrades down here from now on. But we're just going to start this fight head on. Okay. Strong attacks and focus. This gives us more information on that. Alright, beautiful. So I'm going to select diversion to reduce this guy's focus, and then we can do a heavy attack on him. But now notice I'm not attacking yet. It's because my salutor, Uper, who's hidden behind this menu, now he can do an attack. So, pretty freaking crazy. Here we go. So I reduced his focus. And now I got a strong attack opportunity. I'm going to do a concussion. And then, before I do the concussion, what Uper is going to do is Uper is going to reduce his... he's going to attack him by stomping his cane and give me heals, which is beautiful. There we go. Okay. Now he's got focus back, so what I want to do again is I want to... Actually, this time... Yeah, I want to reduce his focus. Then I want to... Yeah, ear intoxication. Okay, but now the other guy is going to attack me. Okay. And now we get to do concussion. There we go. He's out of the fight. We're going to do another diversion. Upira's going to do this so that I can get some more heals. Okay. Okay. This time I'm just going to do a quick attack. There we are. Now we've got some more experience.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Here we go. So, if thinking interferes with their actions, so much worse for thinking. The locals are impetuous, irritable, and eager to pick a fight for even the most trivial reasons. Something is not right here. So you see, we got an observation just by having that fight, and you can see them kind of huddled over here. So that's pretty cool. And now, when we go back here, we can listen to the difference in the dialogue.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please. Please.
Notice the difference. Okay? Very interesting. So now we can just continue on. We've got some more details down here, and this is where we meet a wise woman. There we go. Let's go over here.
Sensing.
We've got the dead goose. There we go. Twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. And this is where we get that information. But before we do that, I want to inspect this plank, the salt. Salt on the doorstep protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. There we are. Okay.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Another observation. Okay. Dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. So, we've got a conclusion here. It seems that the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in the act of revenge, a classic of the genre. Okay. Now, we could make Anatoly calm down. Alright? This is risky, because it could work, it could fail, because I don't have the sufficient heart points, I believe. I might be wrong, but let's make him calm down.
Relax and listen to the words of a wise woman.
Well, all in all, I'm sorry, Bogdan.
So that's manipulation. Once Upir appears behind the person,
Come inside and tell me what
It
you're
does
doing
that.
here.
so notice how Upir appeared behind the person. That's very, very fun. I love the fact that that is a mechanic in this game. There's nothing further here, but there's a few things we can check inside of her house. We can read this. Gonna slowly move through there, so pause the video if you want to read that. Gonna read this one. This one really got me interested. So this actually mentioned the the ghostly figure, so to speak. We can click. Eventually we'll be able to check out that painting, but we can talk to the wise
The
woman.
villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Okay. Now, we still need to find the other pieces of information, so I'm not going to do this yet. I'm not going to accuse her of taking advantage of the superstitious villagers. Alright, there's a reason for that. I'll come back
Well
again.
then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Okay. Let's head on out. We got another thaumaturgy point. This time we're going to put this thaumaturgy point into deed. Okay. Thief of Thought reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. I'm going to develop that. I want to apply this to my strong attack. Yeah, I want to apply it to my strong attack. There we go. Right, we're just going to run through. So there's no additional things we can check on our way out here. But we need to speak to this guy, because we need to go to Rasputin.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
Only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Okay, so something continues to elude me. Coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude. So we're gonna leave now. And we're literally just gonna look to the left of him. Okay, this is manipulation. We're just gonna look here. Still showed traces of mud and ice. Coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that engulfed them. We can check these tracks here, or this rag. We have an observation. Rags reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. And the conclusion: the coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard and at unloading the wagon alone. All he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. This is where the manipulation part comes in, and this is where we can actually see Uber pop up. So let's manipulate him.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, and we can make his fatigue go away
Maybe you'll
through the
change your
use
mind
of
and drop me
Uber.
off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
There we go. Okay. Now we're at the cemetery. So I already checked in the previous recording. There's nothing over here. But we can run straight through. We avoid that section for now. We're going straight to this cross over here. Elder Vasily's grave. Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Okay, stone strikes against stone, heavy, guided by a hateful hand. The blows carry anger, despair, chaos. The tombstone cracks and crumbles, but it's not enough. Death is not enough. Vandalizing a grave is not enough. Nothing will ever be enough. This is where I also remarked again on the beautiful writing. Like, just, oh, whoever wrote these descriptions, well fucking done. Okay? If you're watching this, well fucking done.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Okay. So I went from the bottom to the top, so I'm gonna explain.
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
And then I just thanked him for his
I don't
help.
have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafets.
Okay. So, first of all,
how did this
need to make more
die?
observations.
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
See, the more you talk, the more observations you can make. So, I'm going to ask her about the ill fortune.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed, before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
And now we
As you were
can
healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukavach.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A Bukavach.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.